Hello, Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Effie's Bubble. So today it is Read with Me Tuesday. Woo woo. So today we are reading, Shada.
It's raining and it's cold, so we're just cozying up in the bed, y'all.
And
My book is called Diary of the Awesome Friendly Kid.
Okay.
But it's also about the Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
All right.
so what's the title?
Early life.
All right. Go ahead.
Most biographies about famous people start with a chapter called Early Life. Well, the problem is that I didn't mean to meet I didn't meet Greg until the 4th grade. So I don't know a lot about what happened to him before. I've seen photos hanging out on the wall in Greg's house, and from what I can tell, he's a regular baby.
He was a regular baby, just like you, right?
Uh,
All right. You're gonna read your book, girl. Wait up.
and he did if he did anything important, he was little. You can't really tell from the pictures.
All right.
Anyway, fast forward to right here, but the start of
No,
fourth.
go ahead. Go back. Right.
Anyways, fast forward
Mm-hmm.
to right before the start of 4th grade, and now this biography is gonna get a lot more detailed. We used to lot. We used to live in a whole different state. But then my dad got a job and we had to move. My family bought a new house at the top Surrey Street, and we moved in over the summer. The first few days I didn't leave the house because I was scared and about being in a new place. I know you're probably wondering, when is he going to meet Greg? But just wait, because I'm gonna get I'm getting to the part. I'm getting to that part.
All right.
Can I sign?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Tiana, which book gonna read for us today?
I am reading Sharon Robinson, How Jackie Robinson Changed America. Promises to Keep.
All right.
One hand is painted, one is not.
And I want the ink pen's coming off.
Right. Jackie Robinson, Brooklyn, NL, 1947 to 1956. Leading NL batter in 1949. Holds fleeting mark for second baseman, playing in 150 or more games with 992. Led NL in stolen base in 1947 and 1949. Most valuable player in 1949. Lifetime batting average 311. Joint record holder for most double plays by second baseman, 137 in 1951. Led second baseman in double plays, 1949, 50, 51, 52.
All right. Okay.
My turn.
Not yet. I'm gonna read just like
All right, go ahead.
or this. Is this?
Go ahead. Can you see?
It's so tiny. I'm gonna go. I'll be right back.
All right, TK, go ahead with your book. She gotta go get her glasses.
My mom said I should try to make some friends, and she even bought me a book called How to Make Friends in New Places. Tell me to tell me do it. The book had all kinds of things like a knock knock to help a kid like me meet new people. But the tricks in the book don't really work on Greg. Knock knock. Who said? Hey, I said knock knock. Did you hear me say knock knock? Mom, there's a some kid at the door. Luckily, me and Greg became friends anyway. I told Greg I lived in the new house at the top of the hill, and he said that was kind of bad news. Excuse me.
You're right
bad
here.
of bad news
Mhm.
for me because when
You're right
bad
here.
of bad news
Mhm.
for me because when our lot was
Back.
when our lot was empty, he planted a flag when our lot was empty. So he planted a flag. There's so
He planted a flag there. So
now he owns my house plus everything in it. But
ooh,
later on, my dad told me that was that wasn't true, and then he went to Greg's house to get my my bike back.
ooh, Greg. He likes to take people's stuff, right? He took everything that you had.
Yeah,
And he your friend? All right, go ahead, Tiana.
I do not like
Oh.
Greg.
Can you close the book just a minute?
It's all right.
Haha.
Alright.
I don't
Wait,
get
TK, I'm
it.
reading.
I'm just reading the word.
It's okay. Let her finish her book. Her Jackie Robinson book.
Introduction.
Ugh.
Dad and me. On April 1947, my father, Jack Roosevelt Robinson, stepped out of Brooklyn Dodgers Doubt, crossed first base, and assumed his position as first baseman. He paused, hands resting on bent knees, toes pointed, and then lifted his cap, and what's that say? What?
What?
Let me see.
What?
Let me see.
Saluted.
Saluted the cheering fans. It was defining a defining moment for baseball and for America
Peekaboo.
as a result of Dad's accomplishments on and off the field.
Stop.
I inherited a legacy of excellence and service. Today, this legacy takes me into classrooms across the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean.
Caribbean.
As as the vice president of educational programming for Major League Baseball, I bring a breaking barrier program into schools where children, ball players, and I take baseball values and books. The kids are naturally curious about my childhood. They want to know what it was like being Jackie Robinson's daughter.
Ooh, must have been nice.
They asked me questions such as, "Did your dad come home angry after losing a baseball game?" Or "How did you and your family feel the hate letters you got?" But question the question that makes me stop and think the hardest has been, "Did you really know your father?" When kids ask me that question, I tell them I was 6 and I was 6 when my dad retired from baseball. 12 when he was elected into the Hall of Fame. 22 when he died.
He was young, right? 22? Wow. That's
sad.
young.
Who?
Roosevelt.
I also tell the children that my father taught me to flip pancakes, hit a baseball, question political leaders, solve problems, and keep promises. Whether I'm learning to walk, wildly swinging a bat as at fastball, tackling one of my brothers during a football game, or singing a show tune from West Side Story on the rock lead of our fireplace.
His baby's cute.
Dad encouraged me with his praise and loving smile. At times, my father made me feel like I was the most important person in his life. He was fond of saying, "Just put your fingertip in the tea and I don't need any sugar." I'd giggle and believe I actually had the power to sweeten the cup. When I was sad, Dad was there for me. The first time I cried over love, he sat on my bed and reminded me that I deserve better.
That is right.
Mm-hmm.
Over the
Always.
years, I learned about my father's baseball days from his friends, family, and other ball players, and even strangers who were anxious to cherish Jackie Robinson's memories with me. To this day, I memorize the new surrealist of my dad rounding the bases, joyously clapping his hands as he outfoxes another pitcher. My dad was famous, and my brothers and I grew up amongst awards, trophies, and photographs, but our parents taught us not to worship these honors. They said we should measure our lives and pact we had
Leave her, TK. Stop.
we we had to do we had to do was all we had to do was pay attention to the way our parents lived to know that this was true. As a kid, my favorite photograph hung on the wall of leading the lower level of our house. I showed my dad stealing home plate during the 1955 World Series. I passed it several times a day and also paused to look how a cloud of dirt observed half my dad's body too sturdy, the way his right hand was clenched into his fist. I never failed to notice how my dad's face twisted with fierce determination. Could this be the same man who never raised his voice at home? Looking back, I realized that one of those things I admired most of my most about I I looked back and I realized that one of the things I admired most about my father was how he stayed in the game until the end. He stood firm even if his opinion wasn't popular, whether questioning an empire or an American president. Dad was his celebrity to challenge and against system to support movement organizations to correct the wrongs. So yes, I knew my dad well as a father and his as a man. This brings me to why I wrote Promises to Keep. Though my father's story has been told many times, I wanted the opportunity to tell in its fullness.
All right.
And this is a
So
picture of it.
This is a picture.
So
read
now you
up
can
to here,
Look at bald.
give me 1 second.
and then we'll
Now you
continue
can
next
see
Tuesday.
what Sharon Robinson, that is his daughter. She must have wrote the book.
She probably did. Yep. After he died.
Look, he's bald.
Alright, anyway. Promise to Keep. Promise to Keep is more than a photographic biography. It is a story about commitment. I've Mama, what is that thing?
What is that?
I've
Chronicled.
chronicled my father's life. Though words and pictures lasting a memory to a man who was shaped by human history and who was impact on American history. As you read Promises to Keep, you will see that my father's personal and professional experiences, like baseball itself, reflected an American experience all his time. A lifetime of service was my father's commitment to America and his challenge to you. Whether you commit to study hard, to be a better friend, family member, or neighbor, I hope that my father's example would you will understand why a promise and keeping it is so important. SR, my dad and me.
Okay, so you read Jacqueline Roosevelt.
No, Jackie Robinson.
Oh,
Oh,
Jacqueline Roosevelt.
no.
Here, okay.
So
And then
next time
you
it
will
will
read
be a black and white world from the timeline with the timeline.
Okay, and that will be next Tuesday on Read With Us Tuesday. So, thanks for tuning in, whoever did. So, it's just a fun way of engaging the kids to read more and, at least for 30 minutes. And then they have another maybe 45 minutes, watch TV, and then go to bed.
TK, what did
All
you
right.
like so much about my book?
That I learned about Jackie Robinson and I already know about.
I learned a lot that I didn't know her father died at such a young age.
22.
And I can't believe that everything was still okay, even though he wasn't even there for her a lot.
Because he probably taught her a lot before he died.
She said he helped her flip pancakes, tackle her brother,
Yeah.
and like
Tackle her brother. Yeah.
trophies and medals are not an honor.
Yep. They're only material and monetary things, and they're good to have once you win them, but you cannot
have a trophy
worship
and a
them.
medal.
Yes.
From soccer.
All
and
right.
I love playing soccer.
Thank you, everybody. Please like,
subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
and
Thumbs up.
comments are welcome. Thank you.
La 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 la. Wisdom teeth. Yay.